Attorney General Keith Ellison gets ripped apart by Representative Tom Emmer from Minnesota over the fraud, waste, and abuse that is happening in that state. Attorney General Keith Ellison is either part of the problem, creating the problem, or ignoring the problem. Either way, there's a problem. Take a listen.
Because it's interesting that you and I agree that it's a serious thing, considering the man sitting next to you, your Attorney General Keith Ellison, just 2 months ago said, quote, "This is a political matter. This is not a serious thing," end quote. Attorney General Ellison, is there an organized crime ring operating in Minnesota?
Of course, there's fraud, waste, and abuse going on in Minnesota. The reason why he don't want it to stop is because the people that are doing it are the ones that are voting him in. He'll sit there and be silent, or he'll claim that he's doing everything he can to stop the problem. But there's no one being arrested, there's no one being held accountable, and there's no one doing anything to stop it. And that's his job. But he don't want it to stop. Why would he want it to stop? He probably has his hands in the cookie jar. So yes, that's a crime problem and a fraud problem in Minnesota. But is he stopping it? Absolutely not.
Right to know. Told them, quote, "Of course I'm here to help," end quote. It's on the internet. Anyone can listen to you say that. Since then, you claim you are not aware of their crimes in the $250 million Feeding Our Future scheme, the largest pandemic fraud case in the nation. But just weeks after your December 2021 meeting, the FBI executed search warrants that you never would have requested in the Feeding Our Future fraud investigation. Now let's fast forward to September of 2022, 10 months after you met with the Somali fraudsters. Your office issued a press release stating, quote, "Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison and his office have been deeply involved for 2 years in holding Feeding Our Future accountable," end quote. So according to your office, sir, you have been deeply involved in the Feeding Our Future case since September of 2020. That actually sounds like you are saying that at the time of your infamous meeting with the Somali fraudsters, you were already aware of the allegations of fraud. When you had this meeting in December 2021, did you know, sir, about the long-running FBI investigation into Feeding Our Future? Yes or no?
Mr. Chairman, Representative Emmer.
Reclaiming my time. When did you personally become aware of the FBI investigation? That's all I'm asking.
Representative Emmer, as you know, I've addressed this issue many times.
All right, reclaiming my time.
This guy looks uncomfortable. He looks guilty. He looks complicit. I mean, who keeps voting these people in the office? And if he could, he'd get up out of that chair and run.
Run, Forrest! Run away! Hurry! Run, Forrest! Run! Run, Forrest!
That same meeting with the fraudsters, Mr. Attorney General, you took aim at the Minnesota Department of Education. You stated that the Minnesota Department of Education had fought the nonprofit in very disgusting ways, in a very racist, xenophobic, and Islamophobic manner.
And when they don't have anything to stand on, and when they know they're guilty, what do? They play the race card.
You actually asked for the names of all these folks who are just hung up and offered to call the Minnesota Department of Education to, quote, demand some explanations. We now know that when you made these comments, the Biden DOJ was working with the Minnesota Department of Education and that their work exposed the massive fraud ring. Pretty bad look for you, sir. Either you were oblivious to what was going on under your nose, or worse, you were trying to obstruct the work of the Minnesota Department of Education.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
So I can see the time is getting short. Mr. Chairman, we are left with 2 questions. 1, what did Governor Walz and Keith Ellison know about the fraud? And 2, when did they actually know it? I would suggest that if they do not give direct and truthful answers to both these questions at this hearing, then they both need to be put under oath in a deposition. This is a serious thing, Mr. Attorney General. You are the only one who thinks protecting taxpayer dollars is political. Mr. Ellison, my concern is that you actively obstructed this investigation in exchange for campaign donations, a quid pro quo. If these concerns are proven to be true, you should be disbarred and you should go to jail.
These people are ripping off the government for millions and millions of dollars, and they can't take it. If they could, they would blame Donald Trump. Right now, they would blame Donald Trump if they could to get out of it. But it's his seat now, and he's going to have to sit in it. My question is, why do they continue to keep voting these people into office? Other than they know that if they keep voting them in, they could keep committing crime, waste, and abuse. But other than that, I think this guy is done.
It's over, right? It's done, right? Looks done to me.
Drop a comment. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow God, not culture.